Hyperliquid price action has drawn renewed attention after a recent rebound in the Hype token. Over the last 24 hours, Hype gained more than 5%, signaling a potential reversal from a recent dip. Analysts have pointed to a developing dip and bounce structure on the 1-hour chart, a pattern that typically suggests a short-term recovery. However, the setup appears unusually clear, raising concerns that it may not be as strong as it seems. The market is now watching closely for confirmation of whether this is a genuine bullish reversal or a deceptive move that could reverse quickly. The dip and bounce pattern is a common technical setup in crypto markets. It forms when an asset dips to a support level and then bounces back up, often with a noticeable increase in volume. In this case, Hype dipped before rebounding from local lows, and analysts have highlighted this movement as a classic example of the pattern. The question now is whether the bounce will hold or if the market is simply setting up for a sharp reversal. The key to understanding this pattern lies in the strength of the bounce and the behavior of volume during the move. Crypto Tony, a well-known analyst in the space, recently pointed out this structure and noted that while it looks convincing, the setup may be too obvious. In trading, when a pattern becomes widely recognized, it often leads to increased participation from traders who act before confirmation. This can create a self-fulfilling prophecy where the pattern appears to work, but only until the momentum shifts. The hyperliquid price. Most people arrive after the move is obvious and the easy upside is gone. We focus on serious crypto education and high-quality signals before the crowd rushes in, so you can understand the setup earlier and move sooner. If you want that edge, visit the link below now. Currently rests near a critical zone where buyers need to show consistent strength. Without a clear move above nearby resistance levels, the bullish case remains unproven. The current hyperliquid price trend also highlights the importance of volume in validating price movements. Rising volume can help confirm that a move is backed by strong participation from market participants. However, if volume remains flat or declines during the rebound, it could indicate that the move lacks conviction. Traders are now closely monitoring whether volume increases alongside the price action, as this would be a positive sign for bulls. A sustained move above resistance with strong volume could improve the bullish outlook, but until that happens, uncertainty remains. Another important factor in this setup is the behavior of the broader market. Hyperliquid has historically shown sensitivity to broader market sentiment, especially during periods of high volatility. If the wider crypto market continues to trend upward, it could provide additional support for Hype's recent rebound. Conversely, if the market experiences a sharp correction, it could pressure Hype and test the strength of the current support level. The key for traders is to assess whether this move is a genuine reversal or just a temporary bounce before the next decline. The next signal to watch is the confirmation of the resistance level. If hyperliquid price action can move above this level with strong volume and sustained buying pressure, it could signal a more robust recovery. However, if the price fails to break through and instead declines, it could indicate that the dip and bounce setup is not as strong as it appears. Traders should also monitor for any signs of increased selling pressure or a sudden drop in volume, as these could signal a potential reversal. Analysts are also keeping a close eye on the behavior of other related assets and market indicators. In crypto, price movements are often interconnected, and a strong move in one asset can influence others. If Hyperliquid continues to show strength while other assets remain weak, it could suggest that Hype is outperforming the broader market. This could be a positive sign for bulls, but it could also indicate a divergence that may not be sustainable in the long run. The current Hyperliquid price outlook depends heavily on confirmation signals. While the recent rebound is encouraging, it is still too early to determine. Most people arrive after the move is obvious and the easy upside is gone. We focus on serious crypto education and high-quality signals before the crowd rushes in, so you can understand the setup earlier and move sooner. If you want that edge, visit the link below now. Whether this is the start of a larger upward move or just a short-term bounce, the market is in a period of uncertainty, and traders should remain cautious until more clarity emerges. The next few hours and days will be critical in determining whether this setup holds or if the market is setting up for a more significant correction. In summary, Hyperliquid price action has returned to focus after a notable rebound in Hype. The dip and bounce setup is a key point of discussion among analysts, but the setup's clarity has raised concerns about its authenticity. The next signal to watch is the confirmation of the resistance level and the behavior of volume during the move. Until that happens, the market remains in a state of uncertainty, and traders should remain cautious.